Hello, this is Alex from DiamondArm. We will look at Ethereum. First off, read this disclaimer carefully. So, Ethereum, it's one of the most popular cryptocurrencies out there, and we are looking at Ethereum vis-a-vis the US dollar. Meaning, when this went down, it means that Ethereum weakened vis-a-vis the US dollar. Let's make the screen bigger. Yeah, so I'm using data here from Binance. They have more data. So here you see Ethereum strengthen, here it is weakening. So the reason, and we are looking at weekly data points. So this is the big picture going all the way back here to 2007. So as you can see, the recent crash has put us towards the ultimate low here for Ethereum. Meaning, if you're looking for some, speculative investments, and you've always wanted to nibble a bit at cryptocurrencies, well, you now have an opportunity. It's almost never been cheaper to get into Ethereum. Would I say that this is a highly speculative investment? Definitively. No doubt about that. The entire cryptocurrency market is super speculative. There's been crashes and rallies. When there are rallies, they can be very significant. This rally here, it looks almost meaningless, but let's get the percentages. Boom! That's 253% rally. If you look at this rally here, from this low to this high, 108-ish%, that's huge. That's doubling your money. Looking at the RSI, well, it's not the lowest it has ever been, but it's in the lower portion for sure when you look at the history. So while Ethereum going down, of course, it is bearish. It means that there's more sellers than buyers. It is at an interesting level for both, highly speculative position, but also for any kind of long-term play. Okay, so if you have, a 3+ year horizon, then, this is your opportunity. It's virtually never been cheaper. And the good thing about Ethereum is that it is one of the biggest out there, in the entire, as far as market cap goes. So, it doesn't have that stigma that the tiny cryptos have. It's extremely likely that Ethereum will survive the storms. So, very interesting times here. So let's get some facts also about Ethereum. So it was a crowd-funded project. So this is from a local chain media. Riley Poll Reese here, 2 years ago. Tech giants love Ethereum. So companies like Microsoft, HSBC, and Barclays have all found uses for Ethereum. That's of course very good. It means that it's viewed as a lot more serious. Ethereum is one of the hottest programming development tools out there. So it's not just a cryptocurrency, its code has become the standard platform for a massive array of different decentralized programs. Ethereum still is risky, no doubt about that. If you love smart contracts, you're gonna adore Ethereum. So Ethereum uses a code language called Solidity to make the smart contracts that it uses, and it's been able to spark major advances in the field of blockchain transactions. And also a lot of many cryptocurrencies out there are actually based on Ethereum. So it wasn't always the number 2. Of course, it started small as anyone else. However, it's risen quite drastically. There's no real cap for Ether. So, everyone knows that Bitcoin has a fixed amount of coins available. Once 21 million Bitcoins are mined, that's it. But that's not the case for Ethereum. The Ethereum has only the limit of 18 million Ether per year. Here it comes. Ethereum hosts the majority of ICOs, initial coin offerings. So, and also here is some recent news. March 17, 2020. Opera introduces new feature to buy Bitcoin and Ethereum. The popular web browser Opera announced its cooperation with the payment firm Wire to allow its users to buy Bitcoin and Ethereum. So it will be available to users in the United States. That's also very, very interesting. Because one of the big challenges for cryptocurrencies is to go from being this speculative trade to actually be something that's used in commerce. The problem for cryptos is this: the percentage moves are large, up and down. That makes it very difficult to use it for commerce. Just imagine if you had to pay for some service with cryptos, Ethereum, and you agree on a certain amount of Ethereum. Well, what that means in US dollars can change so dramatically that it becomes impossible to use Ethereum. So from a long-term perspective, as a medium of commerce, you actually want the opposite of this. You want tiny percentage changes. But from an investor perspective, more speculative, you do want these big percentage moves to continue. So that's the conflict in this entire crypto landscape. The huge move attracts attention. However, it also makes it more difficult to get the deep liquidity that will make it used in daily life. So, yeah, money is a very complicated thing. It really is. But it is important to remember that all kinds of money move up and down in value. So even if you log into your bank account and you see, the amount of money has not changed, because you didn't buy anything, as an example, that doesn't mean there hasn't been a change in value. The purchasing power of that amount of money, because that happens all the time. And it is problematic that the vast majority of banks, they are not going to tell you, they're not going to show you how much your purchasing power has changed vis-a-vis different currencies. The reason is probably because it would make many people become, more uneasy, at least initially. However, I think the long-term reaction would actually be more beneficial in that people would think more proactively about money, that there is no such thing as not making an investment. You can own stocks, which is an obvious investment, but the simple act of buying a specific product from a specific company is also a type of investment. Even though, of course, you are consuming it, you are making a decision, you are passing a vote with your wallet. So you are making, you just cannot escape investing. And something very interesting now is happening in the cryptocurrency space. Especially here with Ethereum, it is really, really, really low. It is definitively not sending screaming bullish signals, technically. But if you put on that more speculative hat, if you're going to take a little bit of a swing, it's very low. It's very low today. Whatever you do, of course, you want to let the trend be your friend.